Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a very somber episode of the Escape Pod podcast. That's Andrew. I'm Alex.
And as always, with great power comes great Godzilla ability. I hate when you don't have the energy.
I know.
At the start.
I did it on purpose to aggravate you.
Yeah, you do that a lot. So we're talking about Godzilla this episode. We're
sorry for the delay.
Godzilla x Kong, we will be reviewing. We will be reviewing Invincible. We will be reviewing Monkey Man. We will be doing all of that at the end of the episode. So if you haven't seen them, you can watch the whole episode, and then we'll review them at the end. And then we will also spoiler alert any spoilers.
We go into unbelievable amounts of spoilers for both Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, and Invincible Season 2. Here is your warning. Unfortunately, we don't ever really give a review for it that doesn't include spoilers.
But we're reviewing all of that. But before that, let's do a little high-low buffalo.
I always love coming back to the pod with a high-low buffalo.
Yeah.
Shall I start or will you? I know you gestured to me, but it doesn't matter to me.
Rachel, who starts?
Catch a tiger by the Andrew.
By the Andrew. My high, hold on, I forgot it because I'm slightly
unprofesh.
You know what it is.
I don't. No. Oh, TASM 2?
My high for the week is how awesome the TASM 2 stuff did. Okay, so last week I mentioned that I am AMC is bringing back all the Spider-Man movies,
yes.
And there's an AMC near us that is doing TASM 2.
Yes.
And to celebrate, I wanted to just get a big old group of people to go. And I said this in the last episode, if you didn't hear it, anyone is welcome to come. We just have to figure out how to do it. And we posted a clip on TikTok, and I had a Google form that people could fill out to say that they wanted to come. And the clip on TikTok did over 200,000 views, and a large portion of the comments were like, TASM 2 rocks. Mm-hmm. So shout out all you guys. And we had a lot of people fill out the Google form. So I bought 100 tickets to TASM 2, and hopefully we'll fill them out. And if not, then I guess I'll refund them. I don't know. Mm-hmm. If you are in the area, May 13th, in the Burbank area, and want to come to a TASM 2 screening, link in description.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's my high. Shout out all the TASM 2 stands. My low is, I don't really talk about this often because, it is quite deep.
Okay.
But it is a good low. So for the last week and a half, I've kind of struggled with, something, and I'm going to get into it, but it's better now, but when you're in it, it's just not really fun. You know what I mean? You ever have those kind of things? So it mainly comes down to Alex was out of town, and I was just sad, and I missed him, and we didn't get to film, but now it's better because he's back.
No.
That's my low.
There was too much preamble. I didn't like that at all. I thought we were going to have a serious moment.
That is so serious.
Okay.
I was seriously depressed and lonely.
I missed you as well.
Okay. And my buffalo is shout out the Patreon, because we hit 500 patrons, and our goal for 500 patrons was changing my hair.
Yes.
So we are working on that.
Yes.
By the time this episode comes out,
the polls.
Yeah, we'll probably have already decided. We're either doing some sort of bracket or poll. Alex and I are discussing hairstyles. We're asking friends and family. We're gonna come up with a set amount of approved hairstyles, and then the Patreon gets to kind of go to war and battle it out between whichever ones we pick. So
exactly,
there might be 4, there might be 8 different hairstyles that they choose from, and then whatever they vote on, I will be getting.
Yes.
And that will hopefully happen next week. And we'll film the whole thing and make it into a little video, but shout out y'all for getting us to 500 patrons. Go over there, join us. You get an extra episode of the podcast every week.
Yes.
And, let us know what we should do for 600 patrons.
Yes, please. Yeah. But can't thank you enough.
Get ready. Next episode, if not next episode. So either
in
next
the next 2 weeks, he'll have a new haircut.
I will have a completely different haircut. It might be a different color too. I might dye it completely something. We'll see.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I wish your buffalo and low were flipped. I wish you did your low last, because your low segues perfectly into my high, which is I just took a week vacation and it was great. It was
good.
So
yeah, you were telling me about it.
It was just so I don't know, those of you that watch the pod, I don't know how many of y'all live close to where you grew up or had to move or this or that. Homesickness is a real feeling. Oh my gosh, like how rejuvenating it was to go home, to go to the old restaurant spots, see all the old people. You know, I don't know. This past week has just meant so much to me. I like to think that I'm not usually homesick, but oh boy, have I been homesick, because it was just a tremendous trip. So
you didn't miss me?
I didn't at all.
Cool.
I love you, Lo.
It's all right.
I'm glad I'm back. And I did come back feeling rejuvenated and ready to work.
I like that word.
Oh, dude, it was just great. Like, just going to all the restaurants. I went to a Florida Panthers game. That was a lot of fun. I went to opening day, the Marlins. The Marlins still have yet to win a game this year, but it's fine.
You know how to pick them.
I certainly do. It was a great time. And I know that we don't get too personal here on the pod too often, but that trip meant a lot to me, and I'm happy I did.
Good.
So that's my high. My low is I seem to have blown my load a tad early.
X-Men.
Yes. I've been preaching how good it is, how good the first 3 episodes are, everything like that. Episode 4 sucks. It sucks.
Do you want to talk about it right now?
Yeah.
I don't think it sucks.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that.
The first half, you don't like Jubilee. You do this. You come in as the episode started. You saw the title of the episode and you're like, I'm going to hate this.
Yeah.
And then the whole time you're like, this sucks.
Of course.
Like, you were in a bad mood before it started.
I don't like her.
You didn't give it a chance.
No.
I'm not going to lie, though. The first half of it is mid.
Yes.
It's kind of just there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it sucks. And then the second half with Storm is really good.
I didn't think that. I was really a little disappointed. And
the ending was like a little weird, but like,
I did not love the Ford Storm love story angle that they were kind of pressing.
They weren't kind of pressing it. That was just fully there.
Yeah.
He literally was like, hey, Storm, I love you.
I just didn't. Well, I enjoyed that she was like, I do not fuck with you.
No, I didn't like that.
Oh.
I felt sorry for him.
Oh.
Either way, yeah, I mean, that's clearly the worst episode so far.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. And I was just like, oh.
But shout out, we watched it with the patrons. Or no, we watched it with everybody.
We watched it with the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun.
So we're doing watch parties every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific.
Yes. So 8 p.m. Eastern.
So join the Discord. And, we've got X-Men merch.
We do.
Which a lot of people were really excited about.
Very, very cool hoodies. We're very happy that all you guys are happy with them.
It's that logo with the mugs, but it's
Cyclops
and
as
Magneto.
your mug, and my mug has like the Magneto color.
And it's got the
colors.
X in the background.
It's awesome.
A lot of people are copying them. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
They do look really cool.
We're so excited to send them out. We should be getting ours very soon to show y'all in person. But we're really excited how excited you guys are about them. So y'all are keeping those orders. Just make sure if you do want them, unfortunately, there is no time for lollygagging.
Yeah.
They are going very soon. On May 15th, they're going to be gone forever. We're never going to make them again.
When X-Men 97 is over, we're not making anymore.
Exactly.
So celebrate X-Men with us by watching it in the Discord and by grabbing some merch.
Exactly. And thank you so much, as always.
Buffalo?
That's my low. My buffalo is a very dark buffalo. Suicide is not something I think about a lot. Personally, I would never think about it.
Okay.
But just the concept of suicide, it's not something that's actively in my mind. But lately, for personal reasons, it has been. It's been at the forefront of my mind. Just some stuff in my life that I don't think would be appropriate for me to share on the podcast, and it's really gotten me doing a lot of research on it, and just learning as much as I can about depression and how dark people's thoughts really can get. And it brought me to finding a statistic. Do you remember the show 13 Reasons Why? Mm-hmm. After the release of that show, researchers found almost a 30% increase in suicides between children between the ages of 10 and 17. Mm-hmm. And I'm not one to ban art. I think I'm a very pro-art person. I will not be watching Late Night with the Devil or Roadhouse because of the use of AI in both of those movies. I think I'm a very pro-human being. Humans should be able to share their art. I'm extremely pro-Coyote versus Acme getting released. The fact that or Batgirl has been shelved, that will never come out, infuriates me. I think 13 Reasons Why should go away. I don't think there should be any access to that show ever. Ever. Take it away completely.
Yeah. There's definitely an argument to be made for that. I mean, that was a huge debate when it first came out, if you remember. Yeah.
And
I've never watched it.
Of course, I've never watched it either. Of course, I haven't seen it. I wasn't part of that debate when it happened because I was like 15 or whatever we were when it came out. But like...
Or it should be at least age gated. Like that should be like a mature setting on Netflix or something that parents can like turn on. Like you don't need to be watching that when you're 13.
Or 10. Or 17. Or ever, in my opinion. Sorry. Like, I just... when I saw that stat, I was just appalled. And you can certainly make the argument, how skewed is that stat or whatever. But I just... Any content that is going to...
I mean, 30% isn't a small amount. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to say encourage because I, again, haven't seen the show. So I don't know if it encourages it. And from what I understand about the show, it doesn't.
Yeah, but...
romanticizing of that topic at all. I mean, just seeing what it can do to a family is just... It's really difficult for me to understand why content like that could exist.
Yeah.
But that is just me. And again, I am somebody with very little understanding.
Are you okay?
I am personally. Yeah. I'm really, really happy.
No, I mean, I know you are. I'm just saying whatever triggered you thinking about this.
Yes. Thank you for asking. But
it's the worst thing ever.
It is.
For all parties involved.
Yes.
the person, the people around the person.
And it is... What I'm going to try and say, again, I know that we are the goofiest podcast on the planet. It's probably...
the segment we have after this is quite a leap. From that to that. You'll see. From this to that.
I'm probably not the person to be talking about this, period. But check on your friends. Check on your family. Make sure they're doing good. Make sure they're doing okay.
Yeah. And
you'll never regret being there for somebody.
Yes. And also yeah, definitely do that. But then also check on yourself. You can't always put things on your friends, and you can't always expect yourself to do everything for your friend. You need to check on your friends. And you need to be there for your friends and family, but then everyone needs to also check in on themselves. There's so many different options and resources and different ways to live this life and get out of the terrible places that people get to. And I always encourage people to find those avenues because it will be worth it because you are loved. You know what I mean?
You are so loved. We love you.
And on that note, last week we asked who's the hottest Star Wars alien. I
saw a lot of answers I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah?
I saw a lot of Jabba the Hutts.
Oh, dude. Okay, so let's go through them.
There's one I really hope you included, but if you didn't, I am prepared with it.
Sure. Okay, so I gotta get some from here. So we're doing a weekly question where we ask you guys a question, and then we read our favorite answers the next week. So last week was hottest Star Wars alien, and well, first, would you like to answer? Who do you think is the hottest Star Wars alien? Not humanoid, so you can't do Ahsoka or a Twi'lek or something like that.
Yeah. Can I say a droid?
Some people were saying droids. Go ahead.
Hear me out.
Oh boy. That should be a question. What's your craziest hear me out?
Well, I hate when you see people do hear me out and it's just Marissa Tomei. It's like, what do I have to hear you out about?
But I just saw one on TikTok that was like Disney version. It was like, what's your craziest Disney hear me out?
Yeah, craziest Disney hear me out. Continue.
And someone responded, and it was just the wave from Moana. It was just
they're cooking.
It was just the ocean.
They're cooking. No, I really like the what kind of the protocol droids in the Empire. The black ones, they've got the weird mouth. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The black ones? I think they're really hot.
Are those the ones that Luke effed up in Mandalorian? Or those are different?
No, those are Dark Troopers. No. I'll have to show you.
All right.
They'll know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what mine would be.
The protocol droid, the bounty hunter, is one of those, but he's not like a black shiny one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, okay.
What's his name?
Don't ask
Not
me.
IG-88. Not... I'm forgetting all their names right now. This is terrible. I'm bad at my
protocol droid.
Bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter. Forlom? Oh, Forlom, yeah.
Forlom. Forlom's one of those. But imagine that black and shiny.
Gotcha. So from the Discord, Nikki Poo, who's a patron, he said, beauty is found within, personality over everything. And then he just put a picture of Jar Jar Binks.
Excellent.
Someone said, gotta be the Rancor because he could manhandle me.
Was that... Do you know who that said that?
Firelord 1016.
I need to know their gender.
Someone put Ahsoka, which is not allowed.
Not allowed. Ahsoka's too hot.
Let's see. Onion responded, this is a child, and then said perfect for Andrew. So we'll ban Onion. Someone said Babu Frick, hands down. And I responded and said, why? And he said, just like Tinkerbell.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
This guy said, dude, if Night Sisters count...
They do not.
Then it definitely is Marin from the Jedi games, Survivor specifically. If Night Sisters don't count because they're too humanoid, I would say Rico from Solo. He's so cute, he's got a great personality, and he's got 4 arms, so ...
You know who Rico is, right?
No.
He's the monkey. He's played by Jon Favreau. He's a monkey.
Rico Solo movie? I can't find him.
Rico might not be his name.
I don't think it's Rico.
Look up Monkey from Solo.
Monkey from Solo. Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Rio.
Okay.
If you do not think Jabba in Return of the Jedi is not arousing, you're cooked.
That's wild.
Baddest female alien is comfortably the female Tusken from Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. That's just crazy. I saw that one.
All right. And then my favorite ones are from Instagram.
Yeah.
So, F it, give me Gungans. That tongue game would go crazy.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair.
This person just said Alex Azor.
So the Kaminoans, of course.
Yeah. Darth Talon.
Darth Talon's a Twi'lek. Can't do Darth Talon.
Can't. We're not taking that. It's got to be Kaminoans. I mean, what you think that throat is for. Salacious Crumb. Got a lot of Salacious Crumbs, which is crazy.
Which is crazy.
The Little Ewoks.
That's just wild.
Let's pull a Cinderella type beat. What does that mean?
That's crazy.
What is a Cinderella type?
She might be talking about Snow White. I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy.
I'd let Plo Koon smash.
That's, you know what? We're cooking here.
Sarlacc pit, not even close. Read the rest of that one.
Sarlacc pit, not even close. The Sarlussi was so good that Boba had to go back in.
The blue senator lady from the Clone Wars. Humanoid, I think.
Yes. I forget her name. Senator...
The Kit Fisto is pretty cute and has nice big eyes. No. He's scary looking.
I don't know. I'm kind of rocking Plo Koon. I think he's kind of hot.
We got 3 Psy Snoodles in a row.
Wow. Do you know who that is? That's the special edition.
Yes, we got a lot of that in the Discord too. And someone said because she's got lipstick on. Clearly Jabba the Hutt since he had sex with Leia.
Okay.
Babu Frick, he seems like the guy to have all the ladies over on the weekend.
Yeah.
He's not wrong there. The hyperspace whales.
That's crazy. Y'all are nuts. You see the guy that's a Dexter Jetster?
Yeah, I just scrolled past those. The Rakata. Rakata. Oh, this thing? I don't even know who that is. Rakata says, definitely gotta give the best Gok 3000 in the galaxy. What's wrong with y'all?
So mine is the Zillo Beast. I think the Zillo Beast is kind of hot. And considering Godzilla's on your list of daddies, I think the Zillo Beast could be as well.
We'll have to see. All right, so anyway, the question for next week is, give us your best answers, get creative. You and 5 bears are in one room. You get help from one fictional bear. Who are you choosing and why?
I like that. I like that a lot. You forgot my favorite. You didn't say my favorite, so I'd like to say it.
Sure, go ahead.
Somebody said the Bith musicians, the Jizz Whalers.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
We got the Cantina band as well.
That's the Cantina band.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I just, you know what you just said to me?
I just repeated what you said.
Yeah, but it was like you said it differently. So it would be like if I said, Aang, the Last Airbender, and you were like, yeah, the Avatar.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no.
You're stupid.
I already admitted that. Would you like me to admit it again?
Yep.
I'm stupid.
There you go. Round of applause, everybody. Andrew was not stubborn enough to admit that he's wrong. That's what it sounds like. Me and your mother.
You got the next segment.
Aren't we just reviewing movies now?
Nope.
Oh.
Who's stupid now?
I guess I am. What's the next
segment? This is the segment that you asked to do, you pitched to me, and you were excited about?
You're right. Mm-hmm. Okay. I didn't know we were doing it.
We agreed we're doing it.
I had forgotten. Mm-hmm. Okay. You want to do a random year generator?
Yeah, so...
This is Patreon suggested. This was suggested to me by Finn, Sokka Style, but I don't know if anybody else had any hand in suggesting it or coming up with the idea, but if there were, please let us know. We're so sorry. I don't mean to miscredit anybody, but this I thought was a brilliant idea. We're going to do from the years that we were born till now. There's going to be a random year generator, and it's going to give us this year, and then we're going to, in a quick scramble, look up movies that came out this year, and we have to off the dome, off the top, rank our top 5 movies from that year.
Ready?
Yes.
You want to do it from when I was born? Because I'm older?
Yes, you are older.
2003.
Great.
So we just missed out on
I'll be back.
Toby's first movie. All right, so we're going to look up 2003 movies and see what we got. Oh, Old Boy came out that year. Oh, wow, we got a lot.
Yeah, 2003 is a good year.
All right, let's see. So I'm going to IMDb. This is sort by popularity, movies in 2003. So we got the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Are we picking our top 5?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, these are good. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to read some. So Pirates of the Caribbean, Black Pearl, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, School of Rock, Old Boy, Kill Bill Volume 1, Love Actually, Bad Boys 2, X2, Finding Nemo, Holes. I don't know the rest of these. Too Fast, Too Furious, Matrix Reloaded. Is that the third one? This is tough. The Italian Job. Oh no.
Okay.
Hulk.
Okay. I know my number 1. I know my number 2. My number one, without question, is Pirates of the Caribbean 1.
Yeah, it's really good.
My number 2, without question, is Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
My number 3, without question, is X2. Potentially my favorite X-Men movie. That's my top 3, for sure. I just need to round out that group. School of Rock is my number 4.
This is tough.
I'm between a couple options for my number 5. It's either Big Fish with Ewan McGregor. Really like that movie. Cat in the Hat. Kind of a fun, bad movie. Or Brother Bear.
Brother Bear's in there?
Mm-hmm. The live-action Peter Pan with Jason Isaacs as Captain Hook.
Elf came out in 2003?
Yes, but that's not in my top 5.
How is Elf at number 50 on this list? Final Destination 2? There's the Cat in the Hat. Okay. Brother Bear. Spy Kids 3? All right, so...
Oh, Shattered Glass came out in 2003.
The Haunted Mansion? The original?
Yep.
Wow, I thought that was older.
Memories of Murder came out in 2003. Let it be known that I think that movie is terrible. Sorry, everybody.
All right. Let's see what I got working with here. Dang, that's got to be in there. So that's got to be in there. That's got to be in there. That's got to be in there.
Yeah,
that's got to be in there.
This is fairly easy for me.
Okay. So I want to give a lot of honorable mentions,
Sure.
but I'm going to give my personal favorites
Sure.
in this list because there are some that might be better. I'm going to try to put it in order. So we're going to go Black Pearl.
Okay. Is number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Finding Nemo.
Correct, yeah. You're cooking.
Bruce Almighty.
Okay. You love that movie.
I really do. Jim Carrey's great. And then to round it out, we're going to go Holes
Yep.
and The Italian Job.
Fun.
Yeah.
Italian Job is fun.
It's really good. So maybe I heard this wrong, but I'm pretty sure they released the last 2 Matrix movies in the same year. So because Matrix Reloaded and Matrix, the other Matrix, I can't remember.
Revolutions.
Or something. I think they released both of them in the same year. So the Matrixes are on there. Old Boy is very good. I saw it for the first time last year. It's very weird. Kill Bill is also great. Honorable mention. Obviously, Return of the King. I think it's crazy that neither of us chose that, but obviously you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it in over 15 years, so I should probably watch it again. It deserves to be up there. Too Fast, Too Furious, and yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
Yep. So my list is... Number 1 is Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, no question. Number 2 is Finding Nemo, no question. Number 3 is X2, no question. This is where it gets kind of hard, but at 4, I'm going to put School of Rock. And at 5, I'll just go Brother Bear for the sentimental feeling of it. Now, I know that this would be kind of tough. Off the top, do you think we could do the worst movies of 2003? Because I'm looking at a lot of movies that I hate on here.
Sure, you can go ahead.
Kangaroo Jack is terrible.
I didn't even
Ben
see
Affleck's Daredevil is terrible.
Oh, I did see that, yeah.
Terrible. Here's another one I hate. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Ang Lee's Hulk sucks.
Yeah, I saw that on there.
Such a bad movie. Sorry.
The Last Samurai is in here. A lot of people hate that movie because it's Tom Cruise playing a samurai.
I know. I have that movie on here pretty low as well.
Most of these I just haven't seen. Like, I haven't seen School of Rock, and I don't remember anything about X2.
X2? Guess what's the X2 opening scene?
Nightcrawler. That's dope.
Nightcrawler in the White House. Maybe my favorite superhero scene ever. Do you like Anger Management with Jack Nicholson and Adam Sandler?
I haven't seen it.
I think that movie sucks.
The Room came out.
The Room is from 2003, but I would never put that on my worst list.
No, of course. It's too bad.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre was also that year.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark was the original. What's up, brother?
No, What's Up, Brother's way better. Do you think they're going to be more upset at us that we didn't put Elf in our top 5 or that we didn't put Lord of the Rings in our top 5? Elf and Lord of the Rings made neither of our top 5s.
Many people say that Return of the King is the best movie of all time. I haven't seen it, though. So,
Yeah,
like,
but Elf
they
is such
can't be mad at me. They can only be mad at you.
Fair enough. Well, I haven't seen it in 15 years, so. Freddy versus Jason. Spy Kids 3. I'm putting that in my list of ones that I hate.
That's the game over one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one sucks.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
I saw some clips of Spy Kids 1 and 2 on TikTok, like yesterday. And wow, it was unbearably cringe. That's what we watched as kids, dude. But it's so good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I was like, oh, I didn't know how bad it was.
But Spy Kids has some bars. Do you think God lives in heaven because he too is afraid of what he's created here on earth is so good.
Time to review some movies
I think so.
and TV shows. Invincible.
What shall we start with? Shall we start with Monkey Man?
Sure.
3, 2, 1. 9 out of 10.
It's very good.
It's very good. It
Why
a little
is-
bit gave me a headache.
Why?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's John Wick, but different. It's John Wick with culture.
Eastern John Wick.
Yeah. But it's dope.
I've never seen a John Wick movie.
The fight scenes are like that,
Yeah.
but longer.
Yeah.
It's that, but they have some long ones here too. When he's like, no spoilers, but like when he's leaving the place,
Yeah.
not going in.
Yeah.
I wanted that to be a little bit longer. I was ready to like buckle up, but it was still pretty long.
It was.
And then he has the training montage or whatever, and he's freaking dope.
What did you think of the story in this movie?
It was so, like I said, you get the culture aspect of it and the like him being like a metaphor for this other thing, which made it a little bit more interesting. The overarching story is extremely basic. Mm-hmm. This bad guy does something bad. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go kill him because he did something bad. Mm-hmm. But that's what makes some great movies. That's what makes John Wick. You killed my dog. I'm going to come kill you. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't. I don't think it needed to be any more complicated. And I think they made the emotions of why he's doing what he's doing when you finally see it really hit home. Mm-hmm. And then also they also have the religious aspect of this other guy kind of being, what's the word? Not what he says he is, a liar. And that kind of links in with him and how he trains and everything. So there was a lot of like interconnecting parts that I thought were cool, but you know, the basic storyline of like, this guy does something bad, I'm going to punish him for it was good to me.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I really liked the story. I get that it's not, you're not in the movie for the story, but I think that the movie, if it was just what it is, without the story, without the background, and the way they told it, which was fun and unique, I think I would have enjoyed the movie a lot less. I think it it was that one little thing it needed for me to have enjoyed it as much as I did.
What the what exactly?
The story.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You take the story away and you keep everything else. I think it could move the movie all the way down to like a 6 or 7 for me. But because of how little the story is in it, because it's not the main focus, but you needed that to have me as emotionally invested as I was.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Kinda. Yeah.
Is it your favorite movie of the year?
So I'm putting it right behind Dune. I enjoyed parts of this movie more. I think there were parts of this movie that I enjoyed more than anything I enjoyed in Dune, if that makes sense. But I'm giving Dune the slight edge just because Dune is so much more expansive and it's just it's a completely new world. And the whole time you're immersed in this completely new world.
Yep.
And that is while this movie was unique in terms of like taking a John Wick type story and turning it into something new and making it super awesome. It's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think Dune is just that bit more because it's a completely different thing.
I will say, this is by far my favorite movie of this year.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't seen too many movies this year, but this movie, when I think about, now, we're in April. You know what I'm saying? But when I think about my favorite movies of last year, this wouldn't crack the top 10. It probably wouldn't even crack the top 15 or top 20
What?
for my favorite movies of last year. Yeah.
You gave 20 movies last year a 9 out of 10?
No, but just because I gave it a 9 out of 10 doesn't mean I like it more. I gave Oppenheimer a higher score than I gave Barbie, but I like Barbie more.
Yeah, but you still like Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer I think is clearly better.
It's in your top 5.
It's in my top 7. It was 7. I think Barbie was 6 or 5. No, Barbie was 6. But let me Spider-Verse clearly like more than Monkey Man.
Sure.
TMNT clearly like more than Monkey Man.
Sure.
I know you disagree with that.
Yeah,
Talk to me. Clearly like it more than Monkey
Okay.
Man. Right? Godzilla -1 clearly like it more than Monkey Man. Right? Air clearly like it more than Monkey Man. Barbie, Oppenheimer clearly like them more than Monkey Man. And I just keep going down the line. I definitely like Guardians more. I think I liked the Marvels more. I definitely liked Mission Impossible more. I think I maybe like Dungeons and Dragons more. I probably like Super Mario more.
Yeah, you're losing me on some of those, brother.
It's fine. Monkey Man is a phenomenal movie, and it's definitely a better movie than some of the movies I just named. But, I will say it's not like a favorite of the. I don't expect this to be. If Monkey Man is in my top 5 favorite movies by the end of this year, I would consider this year a bad year.
Okay. I think Monkey Man's great.
I think it's great too. I really enjoyed it. And it's a great movie. Shout out Dev Patel. He's the man.
Wrote it, produced it, directed in it, starred in it. Crazy.
Zuko.
Huh?
He's Zuko.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
No.
He introduced the film. We
Yeah.
went to a screening. He introduced it. And the guy that introduced him was like, nominated for an Oscar in Lion, Slumdog Millionaire. Like, he's talking about all of his great roles. Then he comes in and he goes, I've done some shitty movies too, brother. And I was like, Last Airbender.
Oh, yeah. No, that's interesting.
He's one of 3 Zuko's.
No, I see it. Yeah.
It's
I knew he looked
Dante
familiar.
Bosco, Dev Patel, and Dallas Liu.
So, what was your favorite thing in Monkey Man?
At the start of the movie, it has a... It has the... I love movies that it's like, we've got a plan and we're making shit happen and we're doing it in a fun way. And there are multiple scenes at the start of him getting a job and getting promoted, and every single one of those scenes I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. That is how Parasite starts.
I do like stuff.
That's like the first hour of Parasite is that. It's so good.
We gotta watch Parasite.
I know.
I'm gonna split my favorite into 2.
Yeah.
I like slightest spoilers here. Not really, but just some scenes I'm gonna talk about. My 2 favorite parts of Monkey Man are, 1, his character, the main guy's character, and how they link it to his relationship with his family, and
Yes.
his relationship with this religion, and his relationship with this other deity-like character, and then his relationship with this group of people that find him,
Yes.
and like how it's not just I'm going to go learn kung fu or
Yep.
learn how to shoot a gun. It's I'm learning this way
Yes.
because of this and because these people are supporting me, and like that story, like his character development. There's a scene where he's like trying to learn how to punch, and I really like the scene.
Yes.
And there's this guy who's like playing these like Eastern like looking drums with his hands, and he's like in his get up, and he's in part of this like religious commune thing, and he was in a scene before like kind of telling a story around a campfire, and like it was just part of the culture and everything, and then like he is playing the drums and like kind of like helping him learn how to punch and like get back into it and have the motivation based on the rhythms of his drums. And I was like, what a cool way, instead of just having him punching a punching bag, have him have this 10-minute scene of like this commune of people and this playing this drum. That's how he's learning. So freaking cool. So like that story arc with him, and then just the action is my other favorite thing.
Yeah, the action is unbelievable.
It's like I love that type of action where it's just like one guy being like ba da da and just like taking people down, and you know the elevator scene and like the kitchen scene, dude, and it is very violent. It is R for a reason. He is effing people up.
Yes.
And it is awesome.
So this brings up something that I talked to you and some of our roommates about last night that I really wanted to talk about on here that I don't think I've ever seen before. So there's a song in this movie. It's a needle drop called 151 Rum. It's by a guy named J.I.D. And I like that song quite a bit. And it's in this movie, and it's a great scene that it's in. And it's the clean version of the song. And when you have a movie with as much blood and gore and violence, that this movie is beyond rated R. Like it's not NC-17, but this is a very rated R movie. It would never not be rated R. Using a clean version for a song just surprised the hell out of me. I literally, in the theater, when they play the song, there isn't too much violence up until that point. There's enough that you would think it would be rated R, but it's nothing crazy as the elevator scene or any of the subsequent scenes after.
Yeah.
But it was enough, it was clean, and I thought, oh my gosh, this movie must be PG-13. I thought that in the theater. And I just thought it was such an odd choice to use the clean version of a song that curses, just take out all the cursing. I just thought that was a weird choice. And if anybody could explain that to me, I would love to be educated on that because it confused the hell out of me in the moment.
Interesting catch.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah, no. But like in the chorus, there's a lot of N-words in the chorus. You take out the N-words, that's fine. There's no black people in this movie. Like, that's fine. You know, if you want to take that out. But like, you know, he's supposed to be saying bitch and shit and ass, and he's not. I was like, weird. Very weird. So I definitely, if somebody could explain that to me, I'd really appreciate it.
Sure.
But yeah, 9 out of 10, best movie of the year for me, second best movie of the year for you. Go see Monkey Man. Support Dev Patel. Like, he deserves, like, this movie's amazing. Now, also, everybody knows the behind the scenes. This was a Netflix movie. Netflix paid for this movie. They own this movie, whatever. Jordan Peele saw it, was like, this movie cannot be dumped on Netflix. This is the best movie I've ever seen. Like, get this a theater release. And Jordan Peele's company bought it. Monkey Paw. They bought it, and now it's getting a wide release. So go see it, because it's that good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Go see Monkey Man.
What do you want to review next?
I was going to ask you if you wanted to talk about some of the things we may have seen at the screening.
I was going to do that on Patreon. We can do it here. There's only one main thing. Yeah. Don't say that.
Oh, okay.
But,
are we going to say that on the Patreon?
Maybe. I mean, the only main thing. So there were some like people there. Shailene Woodley was there, and
Jimmy O Yang,
and Tony Ravioli was there, which was all cool. But then we were just chilling, like waiting for the thing to start, and like Chris Pine just walks in, full beard on the man, looking
long
great.
hair again,
looking great.
Yeah,
and I was like,
my favorite Chris.
I was like, this screening's worth it.
Yeah.
Now, like the movie made it worth it. But I was like, okay. And there was an after party. We didn't go to it. He might have been there, but you know, all I'm saying is Chris Pine peed in a urinal, and then I went and I peed in the same urinal afterwards.
Immediately,
I was next. So I am P brothers with Chris Pine.
You cross streams for sure.
Close enough.
So Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire came out like 3 weeks ago. So sorry for the late review. 2 weeks ago when this comes out.
It's like a week and a half, no?
Week and a half. We were in a week and a half late. We are sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
You ready?
Sure.
3, 2, 1. 7 out of 10?
You gave it higher than me.
I loved it.
You're out of control.
It's like really stupid and it's really bad. But like it's also
TASM 2 is
so
bad.
fun. Dude,
TASM 2's fun. See, you have no consistency.
No. There's nothing egregious in Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. That there are multiple egregious choices in TASM 2.
Egregious is such a strong word.
Godzilla X Kong is
fun. I'm not saying it's bad.
Is a worse Cars 2. Like, it's stupid. It is stupid.
Godzilla X Kong's better than Cars 2.
That's ridiculous. That's totally wrong. But it's stupid and ridiculous that they're going in the center of the world and the world between worlds, and we're doing
they found like 4 different worlds.
There are 60
It was like
worlds
they were in Center Earth.
This world is uncharted,
and then it was like uncharted territory in Center Earth, and then it was like Sector 2 of Center Earth, undiscovered, and then it was like inside Sector 2 was like this other like goo place.
And you can hyperspace through whirlpools to get back to the world, and this and that. It's stupid.
They gave Kong the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, stupid. There are stupid things that this movie does, and
there's this chosen. Yeah, there's Anakin figure.
Well, Echo being the chosen one was an odd choice as well.
Yeah.
But
I've always loved her being able to talk to Kong. I thought that was really cool. But now she's like, I'm going to call Mothra with my hand.
She's just God. Yeah. And then she's walking around in a cloak like she's fucking
and then
Batman, the animated series Batman.
And then somehow randomly she goes from Center Earth to normal Earth and is on top of a Sphinx. And goes like this. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I mean, I remember it. I just saw it today.
I don't know how she got up there.
I don't know how she did any of the things, but it doesn't matter. I think this is my favorite MonsterVerse movie.
That's crazy. That's wild.
They're all bad, right? But like Godzilla King of the Monsters is clearly the worst one for me. That's the one with Ghidorah, the 3-headed dragon. That one sucks. Like, I get that the monster fights in that movie are amazing, but like, the people in
Let's
that movie
be clear. I'm a Godzilla stan. I have enjoyed every single Godzilla movie that has come out in the last 10 years. I think they're all great because they have Godzilla in them. And I think this one is fun. Godzilla takes a huge back seat, which sucks because I'm a Godzilla guy. But what makes these movies fun and fine is like the fights. Like, you want to see big monsters fight.
Yeah.
And I didn't think the big monster fights were good enough for me to be like, this is as good as like I think I enjoyed Godzilla v Kong more. Like, the gravity scene like could have been so cool, but then I was like, eh.
Yeah,
and then the final fight like didn't last very long, and there weren't a lot of cool moments.
Yeah.
And then the only like super fun fight was like Kong taking on 3 gorillas.
That was fun.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it. I saw it in a packed IMAX theater, and everyone was like cheering at random parts and laughing and stuff. So it was fun. Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be for. It's fun.
Yeah. The reason I liked it so much is because the past ones, all of the MonsterVerse movies, I feel like they all have human plots that I hate. And this is...
You didn't hate this human plot?
This is the first one where it's like, the human plot did not matter. They just watched. You know what I'm saying? Like in King of the Monsters, it matters. Like, Vera Farmiga frees Ghidorah. She actively like is responsible for the death of more people than Hitler, and then gets a hero death. That bothers the hell out of me, right? And
I don't remember that one very well.
Every MonsterVerse movie has a human subplot that matters. This
they
one
released
doesn't.
Mothra in this one, and that matters.
Not really.
And they heal Kong. That matters.
Yeah, but not in the way that like they're not freeing anything. They're not doing anything.
They freed Mothra.
I just think they take the backseat. They're just exposition dumps in this movie, and it's great. It's great. Like, I enjoyed not caring about, like, not having to deal with them that much. I felt Kong felt like the main character of this movie, and that's what
he was.
It's great.
And Godzilla wasn't even like a secondary character. He was like a third character.
Yeah,
and I was
Godzilla
pissed.
took a big step back. How about what'd you think of him?
He just goes around the earth and like charges up the whole movie. They'll cut to him and he's like at a arc reactor plant. He's like sucking it up, and then they're like, okay, cool, and then they go back to Kong. It's
him
like
eating the eel was awesome.
Yeah,
that was cool. And then the eel floats to the top. That was cool.
Yeah, but it's like, and then he charges up, and then like you think he's gonna like, oh, he spends all movie just charging up, prepping for a battle, and then he doesn't really do anything that crazy.
No.
Like, his blue glow goes red, and
it's
you're
pink
like,
now. Yeah,
and it's like, okay,
he's in his Barbie phase.
Dude, anytime you go hear the whoop, 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 I'm like, yeah. I love it. It's still fun. Yeah, go have fun with it. I don't know.
I really
I want to rewatch all of them and like rank them. But this would probably be at the lower end for me.
I could tell you my ranking for them is...
Really?
Yeah, I've got it written down right here. So I've got Godzilla King of the Monsters in 5th place. Like I've said before, God, the human stuff in that movie is the worst human stuff I've ever seen in any movie ever. Then I've got Godzilla v Kong. I think Godzilla v Kong is kind of bad. but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, but they focus on Godzilla and Godzilla wins, so I'm all with that movie.
And then they join forces to defeat Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla, which is sick.
Yeah,
and that
no.
fight scene, I like in this movie when they're like tag teaming. Like when like Kong throws a guy and then Godzilla like tail whips him, I lose my mind. I want more of that. And there wasn't a lot of that in this one.
No, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair. Well,
and again, the like I'm so down with the overtop bullcrap. If you are in the center of the earth and you have an army of giant monkeys against 2 giant lizards, one that shoots ice and one that shoots lasers, basically, and then a giant moth, and then you turn the gravity off, that should be really cool. But like it was one of those things where like the camera was so shaky and like they weren't showing you, and they're like jumping off of rocks, and then at the end it just ends and they all fall, and it's like, I was waiting for it to be cool. I don't know.
No, that's perfectly fair, and I understand all of your criticisms. Like that's all super fair for me. I don't know. I just got what I was looking for when I went into this movie, but Godzilla taking a step back is a con for sure.
Yeah. Still go enjoy it. Like, I still liked it.
It is, like, if you're a person that, like, I know we've been spoiling the whole movie. I'm sorry, guys. But, if you're a person that, like, logic matters in your movie, do not even watch this movie. Because, like, it's just illogical. Do you remember when they go into the cave and there are markings on the wall and this white lady just reads it no problem?
Yeah, but that's her job.
How would she? She's never even had contact with these people. They're in the center of the center of the center of the earth.
Yeah, but they are also on Kong Skull Island. It's the same group of people.
Oh, okay.
I've never met someone. I've never met someone who spoke Latin. I learned Latin.
Okay, fine.
And she has a child, and her adoptive daughter is part of that tribe.
I understand that. I understand. But
there's plenty of stuff like that.
There's plenty of illogical stuff. That that's not. Nope, doesn't make sense.
Are you good? You've been coughing.
I have
a throat. Yes, I know it's large.
No, I have a thing in it. I imagine that happens often. Is what you should have said.
Having a thing in your throat?
Because it's so long.
I thought it was a penis joke.
I also thought it was a penis joke.
Me too.
You don't understand your own jokes.
All right, on to Invincible.
Godzilla's better than Kong. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. I will give you...
Good. Clink me on that.
I've got it.
Because they did a poll in our Discord who's more of a daddy, and Kong won.
Wrong. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Here we go. Here's something about Godzilla and Kong that I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
This Godzilla's design or Godzilla -1's design?
Yeah, it's tough.
I have a clear answer. I
think
very
it's this
strongly
one.
about it. Yes,
I think
Godzilla -1 is ugly. That movie is way better than this movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's way better than any of the movies with this Godzilla, but this Godzilla is way cooler. Way cooler.
I'm not calling the other Godzilla daddy. I am calling this one daddy.
Yes. He's got his snout.
Yeah,
it's like
not as
longer. It's Godzilla -1's head is round.
And this Godzilla is pretty thick in the thigh area. You know what I mean? But like, it's all right.
But that Godzilla's fat. He's got like a tummy in Godzilla -1.
Stupid.
And this one he's running. He's been doing cardio.
Dude, when he leapt off the thing, it was like...
To dive?
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
Yes.
I was like, what is
And the movie opens with like a chase scene with Kong, and they literally do like the super cliche. He jumps over like a gap in the cliff, and he's like... And then it zooms in on his face, and he's like... I was like, what the...
I will say, the world between worlds in the center of the earth and the center and the center and the center, everything looks
like a Russian nesting doll.
So small in that world.
Right.
Like Kong looked like a regular monkey.
Yes.
In every scene.
I was like, there's no way he's as tall as Godzilla.
There's no way.
There's no way.
And then Godzilla suplexing him over the pyramid. That was crazy.
Yeah, they totally wrecked the pyramids,
That was crazy. Yeah, they absolutely destroyed the pyramids.
What'd you think about the comedic relief?
Bad,
but like...
And I love him, but it's not... I did laugh very often.
But like, you had to have it in there.
He had one line that made me laugh. It was something about a Discord. And that made me laugh.
My Discord chat.
Yeah.
Because now we know.
Yeah, so that made me laugh. Can't believe I've lost it. It's not happening. All right. I guess we'll move on.
Alrighty.
That sucks.
It's okay. Maybe
They're making another one. Are you excited for the next one?
Of course.
They're for sure.
Give it all to me.
It's made so much money. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, and the biggest opening weekend of the year. Made $200 million.
Because people love Godzilla, as they should. Give me as much Godzilla content as you like. Godzilla -1. They got the Apple show. They got the freaking this. Give it to me.
Did you watch the Apple show?
No.
I didn't watch it either.
But I'd be down. And also, the Godzilla fan base is like one of the only fan bases that is cognizant and like able to be like, oh yes, give us this nice gourmet steak, which is Godzilla -1, but also give me the super greasy cheeseburger that is Godzilla X Kong.
It's great.
And like we can enjoy both. You know what I mean?
Yes, Godzilla fans just unanimously just enjoy everything. It's great. They're the opposite of Star Wars fans.
Yeah, for sure.
I remembered what I was going to say. What did you think of Godzilla being aware that the Colosseum of Rome is a national landmark and not damaging it when he would take naps in there?
No, I think he just liked it as a little cave. Like, I don't think he was like doing it for the humans. I think he was like, I like this little thing right here. I can curl up and go to sleep. And I thought it was cute.
I thought it was funny. It doesn't really make sense if he's from the water, but
yeah,
it's fine.
They're making a Godzilla X Kong escape room. And it's releasing like this week or next week, and you can like pre-order it. And it's in LA, and I want to go. It's got like Monarchs like stuff in there, dude. If we're like helping Godzilla, dude, I'm getting real excited.
What did you think of the crab fight with Godzilla in Rome? Just a big old crab in Italy.
Oh yeah,
Godzilla's fucking it up.
Yeah.
Every single fight kills tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're so dead. They're so dead.
Oh. What do you think about the ad that he does for Titan Insurance? It's gargantuan insurance. I was like, there's no way an insurance company would do that. They would just be losing money consistently.
Oh, yeah. Well...
the whole point of insurance is that you pay it just in case. And
yeah, but they're not everywhere. Like, if you're in the middle of Ohio, like inland... Godzilla's not trekking all the way from Florida.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Tennessee.
But what about Big Crab Man? They showed a map of all the times. There were like 60 of them.
Yeah, why are there so many?
There's so many.
Why are there so many? And they have like domains, like one's in Antarctica.
Yeah, Tiamat was the snake. Pretty good at my job.
I can't believe they did a slow-mo jump of him off of a cliff. Like, just like... and then you're like, I thought
dives like this, like a pencil.
Yeah, no, and I thought it was like he was jumping into a battle because like they show something that's happening and then they cut to him, and you're like, oh, what's Godzilla doing? And I thought he showed up on top of this mountain, like looking down at the fight.
No, you're right. I know that's Egypt. You think he met them
and
in
he's
Egypt?
Like, ah! And then he like leaps,
and you're like,
and then it just cuts back, and he just like goes into the water, and you're like, wait. I thought he was like gonna like suplex, like dive into somebody, and then like he just goes into the water. Anyways, okay, Invincible v Godzilla. Who's winning? I think
Godzilla.
Yeah, Invincible.
Because Invincible has the problem with the
thing in the ocean.
in the cruise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Godzilla's effing that thing up.
But one Viltrumite, Godzilla.
Viltrumite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Viltrumites are crazy. Are we giving this out of 10? Mm-hmm. All right.
Invincible Season 2. Sorry.
Can I do this one?
Please.
Invincible Season 2. Out of 10. 3, 2, 1, 9.
8 out of 10.
Really? Mm-hmm. Pourquoi?
I thought the first 2 episodes, for lack of a better way of saying it, were sauceless. I couldn't care at all about the first 2 episodes. And that's something that was brought up as a concern to me. Blake and Garrett said that while they were here, that the first 2 episodes wasn't to the quality that you would expect from the show. But I watched the first 2 episodes, and as you know, as everybody knows, I watched this entire season today. Mm-hmm. All in one day. This is a show I don't like waiting for, so I just waited. Nothing major was spoiled for me. But I was watching, and I was like, wow, people waited weeks for this. You were 3 weeks into this show before you saw an episode that wasn't those first 2. I thought the first 2, honestly.
What are the first 2 about? It was about Multiverse Man.
Yeah, so that's the first episode.
And then
the second episode.
I don't know. I remember liking it.
Yeah, I was just like,
because I think the storytelling with Mark dealing with like not trying to be his dad was interesting throughout. Like, and that starts in episode 1.
yeah, absolutely.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
It's holiday time for Mark and his friends, but the supervillains and Antigone. No, it's not coming up. It's not telling me what's going on. I don't know.
It's okay.
I just didn't like the first two
Something in your
episodes
throat?
at all. And my other major gripe with the show is with the season 2 is I thought it was very messy and disjointed in terms of an overarching plot that I just can't say about season 1. Season 1, like season 2, villain of the week. Every week every episode you got a new villain we're dealing with. It's very much a comic book series. It's great. But also all of season 1 you have who killed the Guardians of the Globe.
Right.
But you know who killed the Guardians of the Globe, so it's also like you're following him. And this season, there's no overarching major plot other than generally we have to fight against Viltrumites.
Which we don't make a lot of progress on.
No.
I was saying this to Zach the other day. Like, the third or fourth time that we just watched like a main character get absolutely wrecked by Viltrumites, I was like, we get it. like Mark got effed up by his dad in the first season. Then he gets effed up in like he gets effed up on the bug planet by Viltrumites. And then he comes home and he gets effed up by that woman that threatens what's-her-face and helps him with the cruise.
Remember, her name's Anissa.
Anissa, yeah. Okay, and then Alan gets effed up by Viltrumites. It's like, I understand. We can't do anything about them. If they show up, we're effed. Like, I get it. Like, let's make some progress. And they like started giving us a little something like at the end, like Alan's a little stronger and Omni-Man's coming around or whatever. And
Mark,
and the books.
when Mark is told to act like he's going to kill her, he can hold his own a little bit with Whip Hair Girl on the bug planet.
Yeah. And the books that Nolan wrote. But yeah, from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, we didn't really make a lot of headway with that. And I was just like, the time that he got beat up in the cruise episode, I was like, this poor guy. Like, we've seen Mark get beat up by these people enough. Like, we understand. Like, and why did we need her to come and tell us that they want us to work for the Viltrumites again?
We've heard it 50
We've
times.
heard it. Mm-hmm. Nolan wanted us to do it. They did it on the bug planet. They literally told us we don't need someone else to come and beat us up again.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know.
That's fair. It was a little repetitive now that you're pointing that out. Yeah.
But shout out Alan.
Yeah.
Man's buff.
Do we want to talk about our pros?
Sure. I thought the storytelling was great. I cared about the characters. They made Amber a lot more likable, which they did so that the breakup would actually, like, people wouldn't be cheering about the whole time, which everyone wanted that to happen in season 1, but now in season 2 she's actually nice, so it's like, but you know, we wanted to end with Eve, I guess, right? So their relationship dynamic was very interesting. I think they handled it pretty well. I think Debbie is just awesome, and her relationship with Mark is great. I thought Oliver,
Yep.
that was interesting. I think the way they handled Mark this season was great, dealing with his PTSD. This boy has been through a lot. We're not doing spoilers yet. Have we spoiled anything?
I'm sure we spoiled everything.
Yeah. Okay, so spoilers. Like, he in the last, like, this season had to deal with seeing his terrible father again, having a bug stepbrother, his mom's arm getting snapped in half and being threatened to death, his girlfriend being threatened to death, and being beat up by Viltrumites again, and then being kicked through time and space by a guy, and then accidentally killing him and dealing with the PTSD from that, and then like this poor guy. And I think they handled it so well. Like, every like motivation that he has like makes sense. And the last episode especially, I was emotional in like a lot of the different things that they were kind of tying up, like his conversation with his mom, like really hit home. I think they did a good job telling that story. I think that's my main positive.
I agree with literally everything you said. Invincible season 2 floored me at how much they made me care about characters that were new to me or characters that were old to me. There are plenty of characters that take a major step back in this season.
I.e.
Rudy. Robot. Major.
Yeah,
Is a major character in season 1.
Yeah.
Major character in season 1. Barely in this season. And his subplot is, taking Monster Girl out on a date, and he wants to fix Monster Girl and this and that. Takes a major
That was
step,
cute too, though.
But that was cute.
Like at the end, in the last episode, I was emotional during that scene.
That's what I wanted. I was floored. I don't think that Mark was a top 5 character for me in this show in season 1.
Sure.
And season 2 made him one of my favorite comic book characters of all time.
Yeah, no, he was in my top probably 3 or 4 characters this season. I don't know if I would say that last season.
I loved Debbie in season 1, but I just adored her in this season.
She is clearly in my top 3. Debbie's awesome.
Unbelievable. And God, this show gets a lot of flack because the animation looks really shitty sometimes. Because it does. It does. It just does. That's kind of their shtick. That's kind of what they're going for. But it's so that they can pay Mahershala Ali for a voice acting role every once in a while. It's so that
The boxer?
Okay.
Who is it?
Mahershala Ali, Oscar-winning actor. He's Blade.
Who does he play?
I don't know, but he's in one episode.
Oh, I thought he was like a main character.
No, Sterling K. Brown as
as a
or
multiverse guy.
Yes, last season Ezra Miller is DA.
I mean J.K. Simmons, and then
yes,
but Optimus Prime. What's his name? Peter Cullen.
Yes, Sandra Oh is incredible as Debbie. Just incredible. Stephen Young is unbelievable as Mark.
Bro, especially in the last episode. That was one of the times where I really noticed, wow, he's crushing this role.
This cast is expensive, and that's
Seth Rogen.
why the animation sucks. But God, they're incredible. But this season was clearly a step back for me from season 1 because season 1 is easily a 10 out of 10 for me. I would say season 1 of Invincible is probably the best season of animated television I've ever seen.
Better than any Avatar thing?
Yeah, better
than any.
Batman
You haven't seen a lot of
series.
You haven't seen a lot of anime.
Yeah. So Batman the Animated Series is another 10 out of 10, and then all 3 seasons of Atla I think are 10 out of 10s, but I do think that Invincible season 1, for me, I'm not trying to offend you or anything, but for me is I think better than Atla seasons 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, sure.
But
I'm so offended.
Just
kidding.
I was really impressed with how much I enjoyed this season. Something I do want to commend all of you on, and specifically I want to commend you. Not that you're Mr. No Patience, because you have showed in our Amazon argument with Blake's Takes.
Don't whore out Amazon.
That you clearly are very patient, but I have no idea how y'all didn't just watch this in one sitting. No idea. Absolutely brutal. Every cliffhanger is brutal. Every single one.
Yeah, no, they don't bother me, I guess.
An episode ends with the gun.
Dude, I gotta talk about that. That was one that we didn't, because I watched those 2 together. So I didn't have to wait on.
For you.
I didn't have to wait on that one. But I was watching it with Zach. This is really funny. I wish you were here for this. This is one of my favorite memories of the house or watching a show ever. So we ended the episode. Gun directs his head. Right?
Yeah,
and we were like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay, and we started the next episode. And we are actively discussing as the episode starts playing, who's going to save him. We're like, yo, is Mark going to get there? And as I'm saying, or he's saying, he's like, Cecil's about to show up. As those words are coming out of our mouth, it goes,
shoots
bang!
in the head.
And we both go. And we pause it, and we sit in silence for a solid 30 seconds. We're like, Cecil didn't show up. It was so funny. The comedic timing of it was brutal. We were like, no way.
Yeah.
No way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Yeah. No, it's great. Yeah.
We were panicking.
I could not have imagined not doing that all in one sitting. I'm very glad I did. But yeah, no, more power to y'all. I mean, very impressive. But yeah, it's a great show. Something I wanted to talk about real quick is I was crying a lot.
Yeah,
During,
you posted a picture.
during one of the episodes. Well, I was bawling my eyes out, and Rachel was like, "You should post that. They would like that." And I was like, "Oh, that's a good idea." So I did that, and some of y'all were swiping up, and a lot of people were pointing out, they're like, "What the frick is this about?"
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Because there's not many scenes, and so
Like,
Zach
I didn't cry.
Zach thought maybe it was duplicate, which obviously I wouldn't
No,
cry
no
for that,
shot.
even though I thought that was awesome.
Well,
The way they did that, unfortunately.
spoiler alert.
Well, sorry.
No, they should know that we're doing spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, she's not dead.
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
A little bit, but it's so comic booky.
It is, but it's like...
The show is just a comic book. Oh, what?
I said before the season finale of Invincible Season 2 that if Spider-Man showed up, I'd be mad. I didn't want him. Look at me. Yoo-hoo. Get him out of the show, right? Okay, I don't want him.
Okay, why? You're Mr. Spider-Man.
I'm Mr. Spider-Man. But, like, Spider-Man has his time and place. Invincible's awesome because Spider-Man's not in there. Like, let Mark be Mark. Let all these characters be these characters. Like, I know technically it's connected and whatever, but, like, this was so awesome by itself. And, like, I don't want it to feel like it's all of these other things because it's unique. That's what makes Invincible awesome. So, technically, they did.
They didn't do Spider-Man. They straight up did not.
You can't say straight up.
They did not do Spider-Man.
What did they do?
They called him Agent Spider. And no, that's not Spider-Man. Like, in comics, there are comics where Invincible and Spider-Man team up. Just making a joke, being like, oh, this is an old man with 4 metal arms, and this is a web guy that fights him, making that joke, having one scene, and he's voiced by Josh Keaton to be like, oh, look at this. Like, when I said I thought Spider-Man would be in the show, even if that actually was Spider-Man, and that old guy was actually Doc Ock, it still wouldn't have been what I expected it. I thought they were going to bring Spider-Man to this universe and like Spider-Man actually help fight. No, he's just going through a million universes. He sees Batman. They straight up call him Batman in that too. Like that. It was just jokes. It was like, oh, here nerds, like jokes, right? That I thought it was completely different.
No, I agree, and that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clearly supposed to be Spider-Man.
Of course.
He's flipping around with webs and fighting Doc Ock, and he's voiced by a Spider-Man actor. But I would have probably preferred it not be in there at all. But the way they did it wasn't bad. Like, I was fully on the train. Like, I almost made a video on my TikTok saying, like, I don't want Spider-Man in this. Like, look who I am, and I don't want Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. But the fact that it was like a 15-second scene in another universe, and he's completely different in terms of costume and name and whatever, and then it's over. I thought it was fine.
Let me ask you. Put Agent Spider in the Invincible universe that we watch, that Mark lives in. Would that bother you?
Yeah.
But they literally have a Martian Manhunter ripoff. Like, if you look at the Guardians of the Globe, they have a Wonder Woman, they have a Captain America, they have a Martian Manhunter, they have a Flash. Like, every universe, the boys, A-Train is Flash, Homelander is Superman. Like, every universe.
I think those are more different. So Guardians are definitely Justice League.
Yes, but they have a Captain America, and then they have other Marvel characters, and I'm trying to remember that for whatever reason I'm not.
Yeah, but I think powers like shape-shifting and like duplicating and just being strong, like immortal, are more general than a guy who can stick on webs and like stick on walls and use webs and is called Agent Spider. That's way more on the nose than a guy.
The Wonder Woman lady is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and the Martian Manhunter guy is very Martian Manhunter.
And he's literally from Mars. And he shapeshifts. Like,
you think that's just as similar?
I'm not talking about Shapesmith right now. I'm talking about the original Martian that's a part of the Guardians of the Globe that Omni-Man kills.
Yeah, no, he looks just like him.
He looks just like him. So it's just like, this show has plenty of villains and heroes that are obvious appropriations of popular heroes and villains. If they had a Spider-Man character with Spider-Man's powers and called him Agent Spider, I don't think that's out of left field for this show. They have a Batman. Darkwing, or whatever the frick he's called.
Yeah.
They have a Batman.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
They have an Aquaman. He's the king of Atlantis. Sure, he's a fish, but like they have all of them already. I don't think having an Agent Spider type character in this universe would be out of left field. And I think the only reason you're even thinking about it is because there was so much anticipation of Spider-Man's going to be in the show.
Yeah. I did, and it also made it good that they had a line where it was like, I know you're from another dimension. I've been through this. It's happened a lot recently, actually. Like, they're poking fun at them, like...
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, at Spider-Verse and No Way Home and, like, everything that's been happening. So that was good.
That was great.
They're very self-aware. So.
Very. I mean, you want to talk about self-awareness. We can talk about the signing scene. Yeah. That was great.
Yeah. As soon as he literally said, well, animation takes a while, and I paused it, and I was like, they're making fun of themselves.
Yep.
And then I pressed play, and then they went on for like another 5 minutes talking about how they draw things and everything. Yeah. It was great.
Yeah. Sometimes we get carried away, and it looks like a different show.
Yeah,
Just an anime.
Yeah.
Sometimes we pull out and just show a big crowd of people, and like
you don't even notice.
You don't even notice they're not moving. It's just a drawing. So that
okay.
was...
One last thing, because you had something you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Who are your top 3 favorite characters?
Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie.
Mm-hmm. Solid top 2.
I'm gonna say Adam Eve.
Ooh.
Because
she's hot.
I love her, first of all. Yes. And I love what she goes through in this season. Like, I think I don't want to fight people, I just want to help people, and then she just tries to help people, and that goes wrong, is awesome. And then the stuff with her dad is so good.
Dude, he sucks.
The dad stuff with her is so
Dude, he sucks.
But there are people like that.
Yeah,
There's a million people like that. And to, like, address that and be like, look at how stubborn these people are. And these people exist. Oh, it was so good. Who are your top 3?
Debbie, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to make an awesome character like her. I don't know. Like, I mean, everything about her's great. And she's not a superhero. No. Like, she's not fighting anybody. She's just being there and being a great mom and a great person and, like, being strong. I think she's one of the strongest characters in the show. Mm-hmm. She's been through, like, just as much or more than anyone in the show, and she's still trucking along. Mm-hmm. I love her.
And it's so hard. And she's an alcoholic now. And she really likes those ducks. She moves them every day.
Yeah, they focus on
There were 6 shots an episode of those fucking ducks.
And she's taking care of Oliver, who is this bug creature, half bug creature from her psycho murderous ex-husband. And she's still trucking along. She's got her arm falling off, and all she's being is like, where's Oliver? You're awesome. Okay, so Debbie.
She's the best.
Yeah. And then it's a toss-up between Mark and Alan.
Yeah.
They're both great. Mark was not in the top 3 for the first season, but after the season, I'd probably put Mark in there because he's the main character and he's been through so much. Alan is going to be my honorary mention. And then third is Cecil.
Yeah, you love Cecil.
I don't know if it's a red flag that I like Cecil from Invincible. Mm-hmm. Maybe it is. I'll die on that hill. I love everything that he does. Like, why should I not like him?
No, absolutely, because... everybody's like, God, he's such a terrible person. He sacrifices like the good of his own people for the greater good or whatever. Like that's kind of like what people act about him, and that's definitely how he is in season 1.
Yeah.
But like the more you learn about him, the more it's like, no, he's kind of just a good guy.
He's
like,
kind of cooking.
You think everything he's doing with Donald is like super shady and super.
And no. I was totally on the train, ready to be like, that's effed up.
But
and then he was like,
no, it's all Donald.
You asked for this.
It's all Donald.
It's not him.
Donald died 39 times.
Like, yeah. I looked it up. I literally Googled, like, why are we supposed to hate Cecil? And someone else was asking on Reddit, and a lot of people were responding, and they were like, well, in the comics, he was much more of an a-hole about things. Like, he was, like, written a little bit differently. Like, in the show, he's not as bad.
But he other than being this universe's Nick Fury and this universe's, like, leader and this and that, this universe's, like, therapist. He has, every time something effed up happens to one of the main characters, we have Cecil comforting them and giving like really great advice.
Like, everyone would be dead without Cecil.
Yes.
I'm going to say it. I'm sure he's doing some shady stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure he crosses some lines. But like, we'd all be dead. Like, in season 1, when Omni-Man went rogue, he was the only one figuring it out, and the only one slowing him down in the slightest. He's the only one with a plan. He's the only one trying to get the superheroes to do the superhero things that they need to be doing. Like, he's the one that always shows up when Debbie's arm is falling off, and it helps her heal from that. What the frick? Give Cecil a break. I don't know. I'm sure he's done some bad things. Maybe I forgot some episodes where he was a jerk. But, like, to me, he just shows up, fixes things, and shows up and tries to plan things. And, again, like, I feel like everyone would be dead or sad or sadder.
And you don't like him at the start of the season because he's not giving Mark a chance, but why should he? Mark's dad just murdered everybody.
And he even says to Debbie, he's like, I'm pretty sure he's like, I think getting him back out there is the best thing for him. Like, it's not like... And Invincible is the strongest superhero. Like, we need him.
And the surveillance thing, but he's probably right to have everybody under surveillance.
Yeah. Sorry. And I'm pretty sure when they ask him, like, no more of that, he's like, okay. I don't know. Maybe I made that up.
But then he sends the babysitters.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was fully on the train, like, give the baby to Cecil.
Yeah.
Like, check on him, like... Make sure there are some parameters, but like, Debbie, that's a child from another alien planet. Cecil could probably handle that a little bit better. And like...
I like Debbie's argument.
Which is what?
Out of all of the universes, she's the one that raised good Invincible. Invincible's not human. So.
But he's also not purple and a bug, and he's not accelerating at twice the speed as normal humans.
But Oliver isn't a bug. Oliver is way more like, he's not human.
He's less human than.
He's certainly less human.
And he was
than
also
Mark.
born on a different planet.
No, yeah, and she's not his mother. I'm with you.
Like, I don't know. I'm just like,
if she wants to raise the kid, she gets to raise the kid. That's my opinion.
I was just like, I didn't want her to just totally abandon the child and give him to Cecil, but I was like, I wanted Cecil to help. I felt like Cecil has more.
And he is, because he sent April.
But,
I love April.
Yeah, April's great,
By the
too.
way, if we're going to talk about side characters that are in one episode, I love Alan's girlfriend and I love April.
Alan's girlfriend. Alan.
They have sex. And gross tentacle sex. And the narrator's like, oh, we got to leave.
Yeah. They do that with Amber.
Invincible. And he's like, oh, we got to leave again. And then we're just looking at the cat. But that was funny. But no. So, and then he goes to the diner with the girlfriend, and then she has to watch him get murdered.
Murdered, dude.
And then she's there with him at the hospital.
Shout out Cecil.
Shout out Cecil. Shout out all of you.
I'm sure he's going to do something that's effed up, but like, he's smart. I think he's smart.
Have you seen that Seth Rogen is doing a R-rated Venom animated movie?
I did hear about that. Is that real?
He's producing. It seems to be real. Some people seem indifferent or maybe not excited about it or something. I have something to say to those people. Seth Rogen produced Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Mutant Mayhem. He produced Invincible Season 1 and Season 2, and he's produced all of The Boys. Give him whatever he wants.
Ooh, give him Venom. Yeah, that's cool.
Give him whatever he wants. He is an expert, clearly. Yeah, but real quick to finish it off, a lot of people were asking why I was crying, why I was so upset watching Invincible. Like you said, there's not really moments in that season that are cause for tears. And I understand that this is a individual thing for me, and I don't know how much I want to get into it, but the episode 3 happens, and he goes to the bug planet. He thinks it's a meteor shower. It's Nolan.
Yeah.
In episode 4, seeing his dad again and immediately giving him a hug because he's missed him. And then following it up with Nolan has a new family and a new kid, and Mark feels replaced immediately, and then just starts screaming at his dad and saying, fuck you a lot, and go fuck yourself, and you replaced us, and I hate you. And I thought that was a unbelievable way for this story to go. I don't know. Like I've said before, I haven't read the omnibus, so I don't know if that's in the books. I don't know how much of that is accurate to the original story. I don't know if they've included that, but whoever wrote that, I thought that was pretty profound and not something, not a topic I see talked about in fiction very often, and that's not a situation that I've ever seen done personally. And I know I need to watch more movies, but and that's going to mean a lot to a lot of people, and it may not mean a lot to you, and it may not mean a lot to you, but there are people in this world that conversation was the most important thing that they needed to see this year. And for a animated superhero show to do that was pretty profound, and I was really, really impressed by that. And so that just maybe struck a couple nerves with me and got out a big crying reaction.
Did you like the episode? Did you like that it went like that?
Yeah. I don't know if you could have done that situation better, and I don't know. It's just I will say, season 1, Omni-Man, one of my favorite characters of all time. I get that he's a bad guy, but I like bad guys. There are plenty of villains that are some of my favorite characters of all time. Darth Vader's one of my favorite characters of all time. And I get that he's a bad guy that does bad things in season 1, but I think he's really compelling, and J.K. Simmons gives a hell of a performance in this season, last season, every season. But that episode alone made me hate him so much, and for me, he's
why
unredeemable.
You don't have to answer.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, are you hoping the storyline with him and Mark goes a certain way? Or are you just waiting to see?
He doesn't deserve closure or anything with Debbie. The show ends with him saying he misses his wife. Fuck you.
Yeah, right?
Fuck you.
I think they're trying to make us feel sorry for him because he's in prison getting beat up and stuff.
Course,
but I'm just like, you can die.
I don't want him to die because I think we need him for the cause.
Yeah, he's going to die a martyr for sure, right?
Yes, and I don't think that's necessarily wrong.
No, I don't either.
Because he has done good things lately, and he has done good things in this great span of his life. But I don't care what they do with that character anymore. I used to be thrilled when he came on screen, and now it's a level of disdain that I think he's earned for his behavior. And but I just thought, but it's one of those. It's a Dolores Umbridge kind of hate. You love to hate them. I love to hate Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Now I don't.
But you think a lot of people are doing the opposite now? Because a lot of people love to hate him at the end of season 1, but now I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh, but he's got a beard now, and he's sad.
Absolutely. And he's working with Alan, and Alan's hilarious.
Alan's great.
Dude, that scene when they're walking past each other and he does the telekinesis thing, I was like, oh, this is the best. This is the fucking best.
Oh, well, here's to season 3 in 5 years.
Yeah, please. I know you guys, that's part of the reason why they said the delay, so that it would be a closer gap.
Yeah,
So please get it out to us because we love your show.